Alright guys, today we are going to talk about why you shouldn't buy a cheap radar detector and why they don't work properly. You're gonna get very annoyed with this sound if you buy a cheap one. It gets annoying, guys, trust me, you'll see. For this video, I'm gonna be trying to do it in one take or a couple takes because I don't want to edit too much of it out because I want you guys to get a real feeling of how often this radar detector goes off. And it's not just this radar detector specifically. It's all of the cheap ones are like this. If you're gonna buy one, you really gotta spend the $600, the $500 on a nice one. Also, one of the common things that a lot of people who don't know too much about radar detectors believe is that they are police detectors. They're not. They don't detect police. They detect radar signals. And radar and laser come from when a police car or sheriff or whatever you call them is using their radar to capture someone's speed. Each detector has a specific amount of range, and higher range is usually good, but it can also lead to more false alerts. Like right there. There's no one around. There's no police cars there. Well, yep, here we go again. It'll do it over and over again. You guys will see. I'll get interrupted by it at least 10 times. But it also goes off for stores. And the reason it goes off for a lot of stores when you go past them is because stores use radar for their security. So at the front of the store, those things there, that's their security system, and that uses radar. With that using radar and driving, if you're in a populated area, driving past that is not too pleasant. It goes off non-stop. No police there. No police there either. Yep. These are all false alerts, guys. All of those alerts are false. I've actually gone past several police officers, one of which was clearly radaring, and this thing did not go off at all. But yet, when you drive down the road, non-stop, every 5 seconds, this thing's going off for a false alert. It's just, you can't tolerate it after a certain point. It gets to be too much. It's frustrating. It's quite frustrating. Even when you turn city mode on, which reduces the range and sensitivity, it's just as bad. Just as bad. So this one, by the way, is the Cobra 9-band 360 laser. It supposedly has the 360 detection in it, which I don't see being reasonable with this detector the way it's set up. And it's I believe normal retail value is right around $60-$70. So this is no, there's no one here. Sorry, man. This is right around the lowest end of the detectors there. I picked it up for about 20 bucks. But it's, I just grabbed it so I could show you guys how useless it is. It does nothing for you. It just goes off non-stop for no reason. So I definitely don't recommend getting this at all. There are going to be a few cases where it will save you, but there's going to be about probably 500 times the false alerts there are for one actual detecting that will save you. At that point, it's like not even worth it. One of the things with the lower end detectors is they have less range, so the way a radar works is when you can clock someone and you have to get within the kill zone. There's a specific zone where they can get your speed. And ideally, if you have a good radar detector with good range, you'll be able to detect their radar before you ever get into that zone. But with a lot of these, this one especially on the cheap end doesn't have very good range. Now, I'm not saying that all radar detectors are useless, because by the time they get you, you already have their speed, but unless you spend a lot of money on one, and we're talking like $400 to $600 on a radar detector here, it's going to be useless, and it'll be nothing but a pain. So I do not recommend buying one, at least not a cheap one, at all. It's just going to be a waste of your time. You should spend that $500, $600 on better car parts. It's just not, it's not worth it. It won't save you really ever anyway. So, and a police officer in some states can pull you over without even getting your speed on the gun. They can pull you over by pacing you. They can get you for reckless driving. Some officers have radars in front and back while they're driving. They can get you coming the opposite direction. So all they have to do is flip the switch on, and you're never going to be able to slow down. It's going to detect it as he's getting your speed. So a lot of that stuff, just, you know, it's not worth the amount of money you need to put into it. But alright guys, that's going to be all for today. I just wanted to show you how useless these radar detectors are, at least the cheap ones. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And remember, always stay positive. Peace.